Today, let's talk about the Spirit Box or the Ghost Box. Specifically, I would like to talk to you about the SB7, the SB11 brands, not the Geoport or the Ovilus or even the EcoVox app. I specifically want to talk about these. Invented in around 2002 by a guy named Frank Assumption. He was messing around with a shortwave radio and he made about 180 of his original Frank boxes. They are not exactly like these, they are a little bit different, they are unique, and they're actually highly sought after because of how they were made, handmade. Essentially, though, these are modified shortwave radios, just like the REM pods were modified theremins. These are modified shortwave radios. And how they work is they basically scan radio frequencies to create a white noise where spirits can supposedly communicate through those frequencies. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just quickly turn one on for you so that you can see it right there. And we will have it scan up and down like that. And there's a lot of preference in these. I prefer a much faster rate of back and forth, and I also prefer AM versus FM. I find that it creates more white noise. Also, I believe that if I get a longer sentence on a faster frequency, that's more validity to what I captured. Um, One thing I do want to say is that you have to be very careful because there is obviously a huge amount of false positives with these. A method that I like to use is the Estes method, which involves putting a headset over your ears so that only you can hear this and someone else that you cannot hear ask questions. Obviously, when you get the answers on this to the questions that you can't hear, it's kind of cool. One thing that I do want to say also is if you are on a public investigation with other people, only do the Estes method. Do not do these in a public investigation where there's other people walking around. It's very, I think it's disrespectful and annoying when you have one group over here using these things, and then you have another group over here using these things, and then where are you supposed to go to do what you're going to do? So, be respectful to the people around you in a public investigation setting and only use the Estes method if you're going to be using these. Um, I do use these a lot on private investigations, though. I use a speaker right hooked up to it, and I blast this, and I communicate a lot. I will leave it running even if I'm not in the room, just in case, just to look back over it to see if the white noise created anything for me. I would definitely say that these are uh, I'd say top 10 investigative tool. One real quick thing, there's a lot of questions as to antenna or not antenna. On this older one, I've actually taken the antenna out of it so that I get more white noise and I get less reception. And on this newer one, I have left the antenna in just so I have two different versions, two different things to go by to see if there's a difference. Sometimes I will use them both, sometimes I will not. But it's mostly a preference thing. So why don't we talk about our preference with these, the do's and don'ts in the comment section? Shoot me your own comments, shoot me your own guidelines for these, and let me know what you think. Um, like I said, they are a top 10 investigative tool, but remember, you are the best investigative tool. So please like, share, and comment, and let's talk about these in the comments. Thank you.